Yes, Sharav.
No, sir, it's Swastik. I have a question. This mantra that we chant at the last, like which god is this to?
I'm not able to hear properly to you today.
Sir, he's saying like the Purnamidam mantram is like which god is it related to is what Swastik is asking.
Which is related? Which god?
Yes.
This is not related to any god. It is a mantra which explains that it's a god. Brahman is complete within himself, like an ocean. You take one drop, one bucket, or you take 1 liter, or you take gallons from it. It will be complete only. Okay, if you add 1 drop, 1 bucket, 1 gallon, or 1000 liters, still ocean will be complete. Like that, Brahman also is complete always. So this is what is mentioned by this verse. It is about a Brahma Lakshana. It is about God's properties. It is not related to any God at all. It is for universal form of God.
Actually, it's a Shanti mantra.
Yes, it is Shanti Mantra. Correct. That's why we sing it at the end of the class. And 3 Shantis. One is for Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik, and Adi Bhautik. So these 3 Shantis are there. One means which is there in the universal Shanti, and the Adhyatmik Shanti, and another is Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik. Means there should be no trouble in our class, like electricity should not go, like that.
Like basically you're asking, I think this is the meaning. You're asking the Brahman, the first Shanti, as I know, it's for you, your mind, to be calm. The second one, your surroundings. The third one, all the universal forces.
Sir, I thought I was going to check the last.
Thank you, sir. Hariom, sir.
Hariom. So last one, what?
So you said that Vishnu was going to chant the last part of the 18th chapter today in the end of the class.
No. Next class. Next class.
Is that in the beginning of the class? This class, though.
No. Next class he will chant, and with that we have done entire Bhagavad Gita chanting by kids. So I will send that recording also. I have to prepare it. I have to add all of them chapter by chapter.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
David.
in the next class, I should talk about the previous class.
You can tell in little bit about previous class. Start the class. Explain who is going to chant. Little bit, like you have to moderate, and then in the end you sum up what is understood by this class. Okay. And this first slide, no?
Yes, sir.
This you by heart. Sada Shiva Samarambham. This
Okay,
one.
sir. Okay, sir.
Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam. This you by heart. Start with the mantra chanting. Then give some introduction. Explain today who is going to chant what, and then we will go to the class. Okay. I want this exercise to be done. And I think Raghav is ready for the qualities of Brahman in the next class. Raghav Varshne.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Very good, Raghav. That is a very bold step, because explaining Brahman is not easy, because we can't see it, we can't feel it, we can't taste it. How would you explain something which we can't see, taste, smell? It's very difficult, right?
Yes.
It is just like touching the space, or eating the space, or smelling the space. It can't happen, right? But the more you explain it, the more you internalize Brahman, the more you go to the near Brahman. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I want Nayana, you also to prepare for this introduction of the class and summing of the class. Okay. I think you, Divyanshi, all are good in when you start comparing. Okay. When you compare the event, it will help you in long run. Charo, your question.
Yes, sir. Actually, two things. One, like when you attain the moksha in middle of your life, does your soul and your maya returns back to the god, right?
Yes.
So then, what happens to your body?
When you attain moksha, you, for example,
Hello, sir.
can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, eagle connection of the.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Sharo,
Huh?
you can
Yes,
hear me
sir.
now?
Ah,
Okay.
now I can hear you.
Your question is, what happens to the body once you get moksha, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ah, yes, sir.
So, there is a story for it. There is a salt doll made up of salt. She's sitting beside the ocean. Okay? She thinks, how do I know the ocean? How do I really know this ocean? So she steps near and near to the ocean. Then she doesn't stop there. She wants to taste it. She wants to go more closer to it. Then she goes inside the ocean. So slowly she goes inside. What do you think? What happened to the salt doll?
It like evaporated, spread into the ocean.
So it got one with the ocean, right? Because salt is in the ocean. It was made up of salt, and then the form became formless. Same way, the soul is carried by this body. Like Sharav's soul is carried by Sharav's this form. Is this height, his eyes are like this. Same way, Sachin's soul is carried. But basically, we are all carrying one same thing, the Atma. The Atma or the consciousness, like the salt doll, carried salt within it. And finally, when it get merged into each other, moksha, then what? Nothing remains. There's nothing, the dead body, the body is of no, it evaporates. It doesn't take another janma. Got it, Sharav?
Ah, yes, sir. Thank you.
If you still have doubt, please ask. Don't worry. It is a difficult question you asked me.
No, sir. Actually, the last class there was another example. What was it? Like other than the ocean and the wave, was there another example?
There was example of gold and bangles, clay pot and clay, wooden furnitures and wood.
Oh, yeah, they're all made up of the
One material.
one
Yes.
material. Okay, sir. Thank you. My doubt is clear.
So we all are made up of one material, that is Brahman.